Good morning, friends. So today we're going to combine chapters 22 and 23 of the 33-day consecration. The first one, 22, is titled A Difficult Teaching, and it has to do with John chapter 6. The most poignant teaching that Jesus has on the fact that his body and blood are present in the Eucharist. And he reaffirms this over and over again in John chapter 6, and it's pretty undeniable, especially when you understand what the Greek and what he's saying. The next chapter talks about the Last Supper, in which he instituted that Eucharist. And Matthew Kelly talks about the difficult teaching and how it split his disciples in two at that time. I wouldn't even say it split it in two. Many people just stopped following him because of that teaching. It's interesting today because that still splits Christians in half. In other words, people that believe that Jesus is present in the Eucharist and they worship in that presence, and then the people that don't. So the paradigm is this. Either we as Catholics are pagans and worshiping an idol that we call the Eucharist, which from the outsider looks as bread and wine, or people who do not believe that Jesus is present in the Eucharist are denying the very reality in his presence that we profess and have professed, and the church has professed for 2,000 years to be worshiped. So that's the issue. There's always one of two ways that you can go. People throughout history have tried to conform some way their minds to make it Jesus is just kind of present. Sometimes he is, and sometimes he's not. He's only present if we believe he is. Like all of those things are false, and they have never been what the church has taught. And so today, this 33-day consecration leads us again to the Last Supper to just think and meditate about what it must have been like at the Last Supper, in particular of Jesus. And as a priest, I've often done this. As he's saying the words of consecration, "This is my body, this is my blood given up to you, given up for you," that he's saying those words just before he's about to suffer his passion and his death, and the reality of that. And so today we contemplate that reality again in the Eucharist, especially when I say contemplate, I mean to really think about what it cost Jesus to give us the Eucharist, and the fact that this is the participation in his own life and in his Paschal mystery. And as Catholics, we believe that and hold firm to that firm teaching of the Church ever since Jesus proclaimed it in the 6th chapter of John that we read about today in the Matthew Kelly's 22nd chapter. And think about it, its institution at the Last Supper, and especially at every Mass we celebrate. So we'll see you tomorrow for the next day, and we're getting to the end of our 33-day consecration. Just a reminder that that consecration will be on June 1st after all of the Masses. So each Mass will have a little thing after which each member that is doing the consecration will be consecrated at that time. So we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.